The latest we are getting from Kuwait, where many Indians are dead. Now it is finally confirmed that 40 Indians have been killed in this fire that broke out in a building in the southern Mangaf district of Kuwait. A devastating fire. Now, this building housed Indian workers. It was owned also by an Indian. The fire started in the kitchen of the six-storey building, is what officials have said. And they've also reported that the building had nearly 160 people living in it who are workers of the same company. Eyewitnesses said some people even jumped from the 5th floor of the building to escape the fire and died. Prime Minister Narendra Modi condoled the deaths and said the Indian embassy is closely monitoring the situation and working with authorities there to assist the affected. In fact, the ambassador also visited the hospital where many injured Indians were being treated, as well as the building where the fire broke out. Today evening, there's also a meeting at the Prime Minister's residence. Well, joining us for more from is Revan D'Souza, Managing Editor, The Kuwait Times. Also, NDTV's Mohammed Ghazali, who will bring us the latest from here. Revan D'Souza, thank you so much for joining us here at NDTV. What is the latest that you can share with us? A devastating fire, so many people dead.
Yes, absolutely. It's a very sad day for all Indians living in Kuwait. We woke up to this tragic news of a huge fire in the south of Kuwait, close to the oil town Ahmadi, in Mangaf, residential area. And while still we are waiting for more details about the nationality of all those who died, including the state-wise Indians, which is numbering more than 40 who have been killed by this blast. But what is happening now is the government of Kuwait has taken prompt, swift action. They have, of course, immediately provided medical care and all assistance to those Indians or those people who have been affected by this fire. And simultaneously, they have clamped down on all kinds of illegal encroachments or buildings which don't have fire and safety standards. So this is the other side, but we are still waiting for numbers because the patients have been spread over several hospitals. They're not in one hospital; they are all over different areas, and so this is a little bit confusing to find out facts and details, except from the official sources. So there are still some in ICU and battling for their life, and we hope and pray that there might be a recovery. But it's tragic. It's truly tragic, and I think the aftermath of this huge blast will have many implications for the laborers here and for the employers.
That's right. The confirmation that 40 Indians have died in this only came, just a short while ago. The official confirmation, though, of course, it was something that was feared. But yes, questions raised about the building as well. The fact that this was six-storey, it housed 160 people, at least is what we're being told. So many questions being raised about the safety. It was owned also by an Indian there in Kuwait.
The number is more than that, but we're waiting for official details because different sources are giving different numbers. There were 160 probably at that time, but there were some more being housed in that building who were at work or not in the building. The other thing is that the numbers are, when the firemen went in, many of the rooms had already, bodies were found, which was very unfortunate, and they could not be helped or resuscitated with any treatment. So it was really a sad sight, as I am told.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Revan D'Souza, for joining us with all the latest news there from Kuwait after this massive tragedy took place. Let's go across to Ghazali now for more. And Ghazali, we know that there's going to be a meeting today at the Prime Minister's residence. Also, the MOS External Affairs will be leaving for Kuwait later tonight.
Yeah, a high-level meeting has been called at Prime Minister's residence, where not only the MOS External Affairs Ministry, but also senior officials of the External Affairs Ministry will attend the meeting with Prime Minister to take a stock of the situation back there in Kuwait. Because MOS Minister of State Kirti Vardhan Singh will be traveling to Kuwait after this meeting. He'll board a late-night flight and go there to assist those who have died and also those who are injured and are admitted in the hospital. For those who have died, their mortal remains have to be repatriated, and for that is smooth repatriation. A Minister of State for External Affairs Ministry has been asked to travel to Kuwait. What we also know right now is that 40 Indians have been killed. That data has come from the External Affairs Ministry, and around more than 30 are still injured. And we also know that there are other people from other nationalities who are also injured. So this was a 6-story building, and perhaps more than 160 people were staying there. The Minister of Interior Affairs there in Kuwait has also asked for strict action against the one who owns the building, the janitor, the one who was perhaps preparing food, and after which the building caught fire, and also whosoever was responsible for violating the fire safety norms for the building. So the local authorities are also monitoring, probing that angle. Meanwhile, the Indian ambassador in Kuwait is also coordinating with the relief work as well as the process of identifying those who have lost their life, and has also issued a helpline number for people back here in India, because mostly out of the casualty of what we have heard is that as of now 49 people have been killed. Out of those, 40 are Indians. So updated figure is, and the information has yet to be released from the Indian embassy there in Kuwait, but this is what the latest we have picked up.
All right, Ghazali, so key meeting there at the Prime Minister's residence. Also, the helpline number being released. As you can imagine, many anxious families here in India. Thanks so much for joining us there with the latest. Now, here's a look at what some of the victims, some of those who were lucky enough to escape, what they had to say. Many of them escaped with their lives.
कोई तकलीफ वगैरह भैया अभी आपको?
तकलीफ कोई नहीं है, पहले से बेटर है।
अच्छा,
ठीक है,
अच्छा लग रहा है। अपने घर पे बात हुई आपके?
जी, बात हो गई है।
सब लोग
ठीक है, हाँ,
सबको इत्मीनान दे दिए, तसल्ली दे दिए?
जी,
अच्छा। कंपनी के आदमी आए थे आपसे पूछने के लिए?
हाँ, कंपनी के आदमी आते हैं।
ओके, अपना ख्याल रखिए भाई, और कोई परेशानी की बात नहीं है। मिनिस्ट्री यहाँ पे बहुत ख्याल करती है, आप भी अपना ख्याल रखें, है ना? थैंक यू वेरी मच। आप कहाँ से? नेपाल से हैं? हाँ जी, नेपाल से हैं। कैसा लग रहा है अभी?
थोड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है।
कोई परेशानी
नहीं? कोई परेशानी।
ओके, अपने घर में बात की आपने अपनी फैमिली से? इंडिया में, बांग्लादेश में? आप कहाँ पे? आप नेपाल के हैं? नेपाल के, ये नेपाल से हैं। ये भी कंपनी में काम करते थे। ये कितने बजे हादसा हुआ था भाई?
वो 4:30 बजे से।
4:30 बजे। फिर आपने कैसे बचे आप?
हम तो सुबह आदमी लोग जो हल्ला कर रहा था रूम पे, इसलिए हम जाएगा। बाद में हम लोग शीशे खोल के बाद में वो जंप नहीं किया।
हाँ।
केबल तार था, उसमें बांध के।
अच्छा, केबल तार। अच्छा, केबल तार से बाहर नीचे उतरे? ओहो,
वो 3 आदमी जैसे उतरा उसमें।
अच्छा,
4 आदमी जैसे।
अच्छा।
और दूसरा रूम का आदमी इधर आके उतरा।
All right, so that man managed to escape with the help of a cable wire. We'll continue to track the developments in Kuwait.